what I want to do. Peace to everybody for coming through, man. Troy runs me. This album is like I had like all the way told like my conscience. I was just free, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't beefing. I didn't have, you know, I already knew that like this album, I knew it wasn't gonna be no Dre. I knew it wasn't gonna be no 50. I knew like I had the label backing me. Everybody that recorded on this album came to California, Los Angeles, my studio, and was in. We got it all documented, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, Mary J. Blige to Ice Cube, to Busta Rhymes, to Common Sense, to Kanye, to Chrisette Michelle, to Raheem Devon, to Ludacris, to Nas, to Bilal. Everybody that's on this album was in the studio with me, and you know, it makes just for a better reality. You know what I'm saying? It makes the music come alive. Just, you know, to me. You know what I'm saying? Although you know, everybody in this room or people that's listening to the CD, you know, won't be able to share the same experiences that I did. You can, you know, it transcends through the music like that because it was done like that. You know what I'm saying? You can feel the family, you know, or you can feel the family vibe all the way through the album from beginning to end. The two pushbacks, you know what I'm saying, that from June to July, from July to August was because it was the sequencing. It took me a long time to sequence it. Troy tell you they was on my ass, you know, give us an album, give us an album, and I would rather, you know, than push my shit back to Christmas, you know, than me not have it the way that I wanted. The documentary was easy. I had Dre, and I remember when I was sequencing the album with Dre, he was just like, well, I'm going to listen to it, and you listen to it, and we come back and see what, you know, what sequence you wanted in, what order I wanted, what sequence I got it in. Came back, we pretty much had the same thing, give or take two or three songs, but I had his help, so that was easy. But I noticed that sequencing the album is the most important part, because when I listen to somebody's album, if one song comes in and don't make sense, I'm gonna skip the whole CD, and I'm going to the next joint and changing. It's just that simple, and you do it without thinking about it. So that part of the album is key to me, and so learning that on my first two albums, I did the same thing on Doctor's Advocate. I had to do it by myself, did the best that I could. This album, it took me a little bit longer because I had a little bit more guest features, and you know, this album probably being my last one, I just took a little bit more time, man, to get everything done. And so it took a while, but we got it done. But like I said, the most important thing to me was to take it back to the way of old. You know what I'm saying? When like people was in the studio and vibing with each other. Like I looked at Raekwon came in the studio, and I was looking at how he record, and he, you know, he stand up in the booth, and he like I didn't even know he was this like he like seemed like 5'2", and he'd be on the mic, and it seemed like this nigga just walking somewhere while he recording, but he don't never be going nowhere, but he be saying, he be delivering his bars, it's crazy. Then Common came, man, he crossed both his hands, stand straight up, and he just up and down. I don't even know how the nigga get lyrics out like that, but it was just, you know, seeing how people got down, man. Chrisette Michelle came in, and she wanted some type of tea or something we had to go find, and we got the tea. You know, we got the tea, and then she went in there and she just sung like, man, like a hummingbird. It was just so crazy, man. And you know, Kanye, he was in and out. He came in. What type of beat you looking for, man? I was like, I don't, you know, we did Wouldn't Get Far, we did Dream, so I want something in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Something cool where I can spit something. I want to put Common on it. Kanye was there for about 10 minutes. He made the beat and then he left. Him and his Louis Vuitton scarf. And like I said, and Cube, man, when Cube came in, me, the homies, everybody was in there. It was all starstruck, man. He came in, the afro was perfect. It was like a Steve Harvey fro. That motherfucker looked like, it just looked like Jesus just hit that motherfucker like, yeah. I'm telling you, man, but I was so starstruck when Cube came in. I think that meeting Nas, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, probably Mary J. Blige, and Snoop, probably like the only people that ever like just put me in like a fan mode where I was just like so starstruck, like nigga really want to like ask for a picture but don't really want to ask, you don't know if you're offending them. But Cube, man, I was staring at him the whole night. I know he probably was looking at me like, what the fuck is this little dude looking at, man? But that was Ice Cube, you know, from when Boys in the Hood came out, man, I was 11, man, you know what I'm saying? So to be in the booth with one gray hair and Cube have a couple at the same time was just, that was big for me, man. And we recorded that song, the song with Nas, Letter to the King, which is the last song on the album. Nas has always been real influential in my career, and so, you know, some of my more positive decisions. Always been like a brother to me in hip hop. And if you meet Nas and you ask him about me, he'll tell you that straight up. I always call him for advice on anything. And when it comes time to get in and do songs with him, man, that dude is like like a machine, man. He like a hip hop machine. The way that he writes, man, it's crazy. There's only two people I've ever seen that write crazy, man. Nas write the end first. He starts writing the verse backwards all the way up the paper that way. And him and Eminem. Eminem writes on like a Taco Bell bag and just be spinning the fucking paper. Like, and it ends up being some type of crazy whirlwind. So just that part of hip hop that people don't get to see means a lot to me. So when these people come into the studio, and me, I'm still a fan. Like, I'm a fan all the way around. Everybody on this album, everybody on other people's albums. I'm just a fan of music in general, man. So just, you know, having all those people in there to celebrate, you know, the new album, the creating process of making this album was just big for me, if that answers your question.
That was dope. That was really dope. Yes, sir, right here.
You speak about the creative process, and then, you know, a few minutes ago, you kind of uttered how this might be your last.
Right.
I mean, if the creative process is so fun, you know, you seem, you know, so young and, you know, got a lot of energy left, why would this be the end? Yeah,
because, you know, creative process, hip-hop, the 3 albums, the trips around the world, the friends that I've made in hip-hop, the 2 elements that are left out are the 2 kids on the cover, you know. And, you know, I talk about my kids, man. Every time I talk about my kids, it could be a happy moment, it could be a sad moment. I always tear up because when I think about my kids, man, I just think about securing the future of my family financially. And although I know, you know, man, like, you know, I tell everybody in this room, man, like, all my assets, like, if you liquidate everything that I got, man, I could walk away with about $15 million that I've accumulated since the beginning of my career, man. And all of that shit, it don't mean nothing to me, you know, because the time that I miss with my kids is so important. Although I know I take care of my kids, they got Wii's, PSPs, and Barney's for days, Elmo's up the ass, talking Barney, dancing Barney, fucking spit Barney, teach you how to potty Barney, all them shits. I get my kids, man, and still don't make up in my mind. You know what I'm saying? My son's mothers, they think I'm great. The grandmothers think I'm great. My mom thinks I'm great. The whole world always tells me, I love it how, you know, you involve your kids and you're always talking about your kids. But me, the time that I miss with my children is key to me in my life. And if I can't find a chemical balance for hip hop and raising my kids, then I quit this shit because I'm missing, man. I'm missing. You know, when like I got checked one day when I didn't even know where Harlem School was, man. I got like, and I was too embarrassed to call his mom and like ask her, you know, what street the motherfucker's on. So it took me 3 hours to find the fucking preschool, man. And I know he's probably sitting on a swing, kicking his feet, like, you know, what's going on, man. But that's the part of life that I want to be involved in, you know. Yeah.